Hey guys, I'm Mushtaba. You're watching one of my videos from the Academy channel. I really appreciate your likes and subscribes. That's the best way to support me. Today, we're going to talk about what happens if we define a project in Microsoft Project. As you can see, I've already done that and created 3 activities. First one, fixed units. The second one, fixed work. And the third one, fixed duration. Good. Now I'm going to show you what happens if you assign a resource to all these activities and then you want to define some overtime work for them. What's the logic behind the software's calculation? We're going to check that step by step in each of these 3 scenarios. Let's go to the resource sheet tab. I've defined one labor resource here with a standard rate of $5 per hour and an overtime rate of $8 per hour. Now let's go back to the Gantt chart tab and do it together. Let's stand on the first activity. If I say that out of those 50 hours of work, 10 hours are overtime, what's the software's logic here? The first thing it does is subtract those 10 hours from the 50 hours, so the regular work becomes 40 hours. That means 40 hours equals 4 days, and the 10 hours of overtime will be distributed as 2.5 hours per day across those 4 days. Let's click OK. The duration becomes 4 days, and each day has 2.5 hours of overtime. So together that's still 50 hours total. Now, how does it calculate the cost? 10 hours of overtime, that's $80, and 40 hours of regular work, that's $200. So altogether that makes $280. Now let's see what happens to these 2 activities. Fixed work and fixed duration. Let's keep going. For fixed work task, its behavior is actually very similar to the first one. Please pay close attention. It means the duration became 4 days, just like the activity above. But I'll explain their difference at the end of this video. But for fixed duration is a bit different. The duration stayed the same, still 5 days. There is a little twist. Let's go to the task usage tab because I want to show you exactly what's happening behind the scenes. I've expanded these rows so you can see it more clearly. Take a look. For the fixed unit tasks, it's showing 10 hours of regular work plus 2.5 hours of overtime per day, which means 12.5 hours a day for 4 days, and that total 50 hours. The same thing happens for the fixed work tasks, as you can see here. But for the fixed duration task, it's a bit different. Let me show you. Now, let's say I want to add 10 hours of work to that fixed duration activity. Pay close attention to what happens. Guys, the software's logic goes like this. First, it takes the 50 hours total and subtracts the 10 hours of overtime. So regular work becomes 40 hours. Okay? Approve these and take a look. When you allocate 10 hours of overtime, the regular work becomes 40 hours, meaning 4 days. But software shows a 5th day too because it was a fixed duration, even though there is no work in it. But if you definitely want it to last 5 days, working 10 hours per day plus 2 hours of overtime, is that possible? Yes. The values make the regular work 50 hours. It means you need 60 hours of total work. Okay? And as you can see, now we have 10 hours per day of regular work and 2 hours in each day of overtime work. So you can match what you want. As I said before, the first 2 options usually make more sense. Because when we plan to use overtime, we usually expect the total duration to get shorter. Just like the first and second options, the software reduced the duration to 4 days. But if you don't want the duration to change, the third scenario could be suitable, as long as you keep an eye on the total work. So we've compared all three cases. Now let's dig into one more detail, the difference between the first and the second scenario. You'll really see the difference when you change one parameter. Look, I'll set the duration to 2 days. Now, as you can see, the regular work becomes 20 hours. So it reduced the regular work hours, but it didn't touch the overtime work. It's like the software's saying, I can have one person work 10 hours a day plus 5 hours of overtime. So 2 days of 10 regular and 2 days of 5 overtime. Now, if I do the same thing for the fixed work task and set it to 2 days, you can see the total work stays the same. That means overallocation happens. The person would be working 20 hours of irregular work and 5 hours of overtime per day, which is obviously not realistic. So the software gives us an overallocation warning. Let's check it. Yep, exactly as we expected. As a result, this is how you can use overtime work in your projects. It's a really useful and interesting feature. Hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Academy channel. See you in the next video.